I'm sorry. I can't stand black liberals, man. No, we don't want to talk about this Will Smith slapping Chris Rock no more. It's exhausting. To be honest, I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. I don't. I want it to die. I want it to go away. I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of hearing black liberals, the black collective groupthink, the black KKK collective groupthink, to be more exact, putting their 2 cents and adding race into this thing and making it about white folks ain't got no business talking about nothing and just completely displaying their racism on national TV, once again from MSNBC. I can't take it no more. I've already told you guys, if you're keeping up with my content, I've already drew a line in the sand. I don't care what they call me. They can say that I don't like black folks and I don't give a damn. I'm going to call this crap out because this stuff is ignorant. This shows that we have poor leadership in our country, and the fact that a media station will allow someone racist to utter this shit out their mouth is beyond me. I can't take it no more, man. I want to start this off with Thomas Sowell quote. Since we're in a country that they say there's so much racism going on, that there's people on the 13th floor, that the whole system's racist, the fabric, every fiber and fabric of it is racist, I want to start it off with Thomas Sowell, because it is so prevalent and highlights exactly what I'm going to be talking about today. I promise you guys, I'm going to show the video of what she said. Tiffany Cross said, which is another Joy Reid racist ass on MSNBC. But I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to make it short as I can. Thomas Sowell quote, "Racism is not dead." I think we all can agree on that. Racism is not dead, but it's on life support. What does that mean, Craig? That means right now in our society, you cannot convince me that racism today is more racism that happened like 70 years ago. It's not. It's on life support. And the reason why it's on life support is because it's kept alive by politicians, race hustlers, and people who get a sense of superiority by denouncing others as racist. Meaning, when someone black does something ignorant, even someone like myself that is black, even if I don't care what color you are, Spanish, indigenous, Asian, white, the moment that you speak on black issues, you're a white supremacist. You're an ally to white supremacists. You're a racist. I think all of us can agree that we have heard that one way or another, and somehow that you're not qualified or have any right to talk about minorities or black issues within the community. I think we all have heard that before. It's all nonsense and bullshit and smoke and mirrors. They're blowing smoke up your ass. Keep speaking out and keep correcting and calling out the ignorant shit. All the stereotypes are true. This is coming from somebody that is black. This is a quote from Thomas Sowell. It's so real and it's so prevalent. Let's get into this. Let's go right into it. So I guess Tiffany Cross, which is a host on MSNBC, is following in the footsteps of racist ass Joy Reid, someone that I have a deep disdain for. Her and that Don Lemon, now it's Tiffany Cross is added to the list amongst many others that are straight up race baiters. Tiffany Cross says it's utterly ridiculous to center the discussion about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock around the opinions of white folks. What? Are you kidding me? And the fact that MSNBC will allow her to utter these things out of her mouth is beyond me. And it tells me that there is people that are invested in keeping us divided, keeping a wedge between us in this country. I tell people all the time, there is a lot of people that have anger, hatred, and resentment in their heart. And that's all it is. They hate white folks. That is it. They do not want no equality. They don't want people to be able to live amongst each other equally without all this bullshit. They are the ones that keep pushing this crap. And when what happens is people's experience from other people's experience mold them and develop their ways of thinking towards other people, whether it be stereotypes or whether it be true. And all she's doing is confirming with not just white folks, Hispanic, indigenous, Asian, but other black folks already know that these people are anti-white and they hate white folks. And the fact that a media station allows this on national TV for the idiots that watch this show to let it utter out of her mouth is beyond me. I will never understand it. Basically, she had a panel and they had a discussion about Will Smith. Now, all of them condemned Will Smith, although there were some things and some points I want to point out that I don't agree with what they said, and I'm going to break them down and then show you guys the video. They had a panel discussion on The View, and it said white folks should sit this one out, meaning the fact that for the first time in history, the Oscars, let me back up. For years, black folks have complained about the Oscars being predominant white. For the first time in history, the Oscars was majority black. It was even produced by someone black, and they even put it in Hollywood. And then look at the ignorant shit that they do. And the fact that she will go on to say that white folks need to sit this one out. Sit it out for what? This was not even about race until you tried to make it about race. So when you want to make it about race, let's make it about race and state the facts that it's not a stereotype. You can't put black folks in the same proximity or it'll be black on black crime. The fact that you say white folks got to sit this one out, the Oscars was a prestige, elegant show at one point. Now it's become a propaganda machine to push more leftist bullcrap, radical leftist propaganda. You got the nerve for this ignorant fool, Will Smith, someone that I once used to look up to that now have lost all respect, had the nerve to go on a show that's supposed to be prestige, right? Not everybody gets in. Not everybody gets an Oscar. He goes up there and turns this into the Source Awards, turns it into a BET show. I literally thought I was watching BET. Goes up there and physically harms, slaps a person, assaults them, and not in front of the nation, in front of the world. White, black, Spanish, Arabic, African, you name it, everybody seen it. It was a form of ignorance, and nobody looked at it as, oh, it's a color. Man, they looked at it as, man, Will Smith just went up there and smacked. They didn't say, oh, a black guy named Will Smith went. They said literally Will Smith going up there and assaulted somebody during one of the most supposedly prestige awards for actors in Hollywood. So, and the fact that they would say that is beyond me. So another thing that they said that really stuck out to me, Harriet claimed it was an example of how black people relate to each other. No, we don't. I don't relate to that ignorant ass shit. As a matter of fact, when I did relate to it, I ended up in prison. It got me 6 years in prison. Black folks are not related in that sense. And I'm gonna play it, but I'm just giving you guys some bullet points. Brown said that in reference to the incident that some people use their words, some people use their hands, and in the black community, we understand that. No, we don't. Some people use their words, some people use in the black. That's what. See, she just confirmed what we already know. They say it's proximity. I know that it's black on black crime. They say, oh well, there's no such thing as black on black crime. There literally is a hatred towards each other when it comes to black people. They have a deep hatred. It's the same hatred that sold us into slavery. And I hope it triggered the hell out of you, me saying that. Last thing they said, at least they said violence was not the answer, and they did condone it. So let me just play the video.
I'll try to put this in context for, our white fellow best I can. And really, truly, Black America, there is a commonality amongst us all. And if we went to a white person's home and it was their family dinner and we were sitting there at the table and the mother hauled off and slapped the father.
So what she's doing right there, for one, I just talked about it. We don't have a commonality. Not all. This is the problem with the Black KKK collective group thing. They think that we all collectively have to think the same way. No, we don't. We don't all think the same way. We don't all act the same way. We are not all ignorant the same way. We don't all like the same foods. We don't all do the same things as all other black people do. That's what we don't all vote the same way. Now that you know, she confirms the way that they think. That's why I call them the Black KKK collective group thing. They are the new KKK. They're a collective group of racist ass people that are collectively keep up the lie. That's what they are. And we do not have a commonality. We do not all think the same. They're the ones pushing that we're monolithic. We're not. We don't vote the same. See, that's the thing about when it comes to politics. If you're white, you can vote the Green Party. You can be a libertarian. You can be conservative. You can be Republican, Democrat. You can be a moderate. You can be whatever is out there. And you're not going to, it's normal. It's just normal. But when it comes to black and brown people, they're so conditioned like sheep to vote one way. They literally just one way. And the moment that you break away from that, that's when you get slandered, you get ostracized, you get demonized, you're getting all kinds of rhetoric, name calling towards you, derogatories called to you. People like me right now, if they're watching this video, a black liberal, they're going to say, oh, you Sambo, Uncle Tom, you hate yourself, blah, 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 when they know that this is ignorant as hell and racist. They would not want someone white to get up there and say the things that she's saying. Oh, we want black folks to sit this one out. You guys got no business talking about this.
And everybody at that table has an opinion. You know, the sister is like, Mom, you always do this. And the brother is like, I can't believe you guys are doing this. And Dad is like, you're terrible. If I weigh in as the guest in this home and I say, yeah, you guys are terrible, everybody's like, I'm sorry, when did you get an opinion? This is our family table. That's what this moment felt like for me.
That is one of the most dumbest ass analogies that I've ever heard. First of all, I've been to many white folks' gatherings in their house. And, you know, I know white folks have dramas in their home. I've never personally experienced anybody hauling off slapping somebody, right? But if you sit there and you watch someone literally haul off and just slap somebody, you're going to raise questions and develop an opinion of what in the hell is going on. Was that called for? How ignorant is that to do that knowing that you have guests in the house? But here she is condoning the actions, right? They have so much of a hypocrisy in their talking point. They condemned him, but yet they say, no, we understand why we hit people and why we use words. No, you don't. This is the poor leadership and the ignorance that I'm talking about. I'll digress. And I have to stop the video every so often because of the music, and we know how YouTube is with their copyrights.
Many of us, and there's a nuance to what happened that we should get into. Michael, I personally believe this was a moment that we saw Will Smith behave like a bully. I know a lot of...
I can agree with that. He behaved like a bully. I think that he purposely did that to Chris Rock, and he would not have done it to anybody else. That is a fact. I agree with her with that.
People have strong opinions about this. I thought the slap itself was completely uncalled for. And I want to be really clear while we're talking about family talk. I think it is...
No, it's not family talk. I don't condone. Will Smith is not a part of my family. Just because I'm black, I'm not a part of their family. I don't think like them. I don't sound like them. I don't act like them. I don't want nothing to do with them. I don't care. I don't like it that people, just because I'm black, somehow I'm supposed to be associated with this one group of people based off the color of my skin. I mean, it just completely goes against everything Martin Luther King Jr. spoke about, compartmentalizing people based off of race, gender, sexuality, et cetera, et cetera. But if you listen to them, they constantly are talking about it, constantly. Race, race, race. This is nothing but a distraction, people.
Utterly ridiculous to center this conversation in the opinions of white folks. I'll try to put this in context.
In the opinions of white folks. You guys heard it. You guys heard it. So I don't want to make it long. I'm going to end it with this. We don't all think the same. We don't all act like that. There's many other people that are the same color as me that disown this type of behavior. This was more racist rhetoric, and it just goes to show you exactly what Thomas Sowell says. Racism is not dead, but it is on life support, and it's kept alive by politicians, race hustlers, etc., that want to maintain a superiority by telling everybody else they racist. These are the Jussie Smolletts of the world. These are the Joy Reids, the Don Lemons, the LeBron Jameses, the D.L. Hugleys, the now Tiffany Crosses of the world that are invested in keeping this stuff going. The Black Lives Matter organizations of the world. And most of them are brought up in the church. And I'm going to end it with this. I'm not a pastor or a preacher, and that's apparent. But in that Bible, in that great Bible, it says, be anyone in Christ, be all things passed away. Be anyone in Christ, they are a new creation. Be all things passed away. That means that is a forgiving God. And if you are a Christian and you stand on that Bible, you have to find forgiveness in your heart. But yet these people have anger, hatred, and resentment. And it clearly shows you that they are racist, and they display that they hate white people. And you're going to always have people like me that will constantly call them out, and I will always be against them. So if you want to call me an ally or whatever the hell you want to call me, I will continue to keep calling out this racist bullshit. Your boy Craig Long 45 is out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, oi.